Hello, good people. This is your voice of wisdom. And today, again, we will be unveiling a very serious concept, which is the concept of mental hygiene. Amongst the many great statements I've ever heard from a madman was this statement I heard from a guy who was living on the streets. He was being interviewed over a television program, and he said something like this. He said, mental hygiene is more difficult than dental hygiene. The statement struck me like lightning bolt, and the more I pondered on that statement, the more I realized that not only is mental hygiene more difficult than dental hygiene, mental hygiene is more important than dental hygiene. As early as the age of 2 years, we are all taught how important it is to brush your teeth at least twice a day and to have regular visits to a dentist. And we adhere so rigorously, religiously to this prescription because we all want to have beautiful teeth. But very little attention or even mention is ever made of mental concept. Mental concept is a concept that the world has never fully embraced. And that is why today we are paying a heavy price for our neglect of mental hygiene. About 6 months ago, the whole world was taken aback by this psychotic pilot that took all the passengers in a 767 Boeing of the Lufthansa Airway and crashed into the mountains. A willful, a suicidal, homicidal act. He died and everyone aboard, just because he had mental issues. Every now and then when we turn on our television, we are appalled by the things that are happening. One psychotic guy with a loaded gun goes into either a theater, a public school, a television station, guns down people, and maybe sometimes shoots himself. And we start to ask, how did it all start? The simple answer to that is our neglect to mental hygiene. Contrary to popular belief, Americans are not the healthiest people in the world. We spend more on healthcare and have the best modern medicine can provide, but we only rank 34th in life expectancy. This is due to many factors, one of which is mental hygiene, lack of mental hygiene. The National Institute for Mental Health, in a study in 2013, according to them, there were an estimated 43.8 million adults aged 18 and above with some kind of mental issue. And this represents about 18.5% of all US adults. This is a serious issue. These are those that have been either institutionalized in some psychiatric or mental institution. But what about the numbers that are in our penitentiary? Because the reason why they committed the crimes that took them into the penitentiary in the first place was due to some kind of mental depravity. Every act of human industry starts with a thought. Every good action is a product of a good thought. And every bad action is a product of a bad thought. It all starts in the mind. Like I was saying, mental hygiene is more important than dental hygiene because it is the mind that controls the body. A healthy mind will correlate into a healthy body. The reason why we are sick, the reason for the low life expectancy of Americans is due to their neglect, their lack of mental hygiene. And I think it's about time someone gives some attention to mental hygiene. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, the word of God says, guard your thoughts, guard your mind, guard your heart with all diligence. Guard your thought cautiously, for they determine the outcome of your life. King James Version says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it comes the issues of life. It is your thought pattern, the way you think will govern how you live. You cannot live a healthy life if you keep nursing unhealthy thoughts. Your mind governs your body. It is time, good people, it is time for you to take control over your mind. Clean your mind. Clean your thoughts. Get rid of every thought of depression, every thought of anger, evil emotion, every negative mood. Get rid it now. Like I said, mental hygiene is more difficult because though you have to brush your teeth just say 2 times a day and have some regular visits to a dentist, with mental hygiene it is an hour to hour thing, minute by minute. The moment a negative thought pops up in your mind, you crush it before it takes root. That's mental hygiene. The moment you see a negative mood, you find yourself in a negative mood, you don't entertain it for a second. You crush it and step forward. That's mental hygiene. The moment you see you're nursing negative thoughts, negative emotions, you don't play host to that. You completely get rid of that. That is mental hygiene. The Lord Jesus, the wisest man that ever lived, he had a problem with the people of his time because they were so concerned about outward appearance. They were not so different with us today. We go to the gym, we register in one fitness club, we are on diet, we struggle to look beautiful outwardly, but very little attention is given to the mind, the inner man. Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the well springs of life. That is where your life gets its origin. The fountain of your life, the fountain of your health, the fountain of your well-being is your mind. Guard your mind. So Jesus he could not take it from the scribes and Pharisees. He said, you wash the outer part of the cup, your vessels, your platter, but you completely ignore the inside. Wash the inside, clean the inside, and the outside too will be clean. Good people, start to clean your inside, clean your mind, get rid of all imagination, vain thoughts, casting down every imagination and any high thing that exalts itself above the knowledge of God, bringing into captivity every thought, bind them, bring them under captivity, casting them down, bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of the mind of Christ. Any thought that comes into your mind that is not according to the will of God, crush it. I tell you, all of the people in our mental institutions, if someone only taught them how to control their mood, if someone only taught them, if there was a clinic where people could attend on daily basis, where they could be taught how to clean their mind, how to keep their mind, how to practice mental hygiene, I tell you, the world will be a better place. Good people, go out, spread the word. Share this video to all your friends, all your loved ones. I'll be queuing in with a second video to tell you exactly how you could get rid of bad mood, how you could get rid of bad thoughts, and how you could get rid of negative emotions, how you could crush anxiety and depression and stay on top of things. Bye for now. See you.